would you do if you run completely out of cash? What would you do if you wanna cut a dash? Polish up the shoes, throw on something fine. We don't talk about diesels, I'm running on style this time. Cruising down the boulevard, wheels gleam in the night. Beige leather interior, looking chic alright. Money's a little tight, but I'm feeling brand new. Living large tonight, no budget reviews. Blues! What do you mean I'm not getting paid for this?
I keep forgetting how many Volvos you've had on No Budget Reviews, viewers. Well, here's another one. It's a 2010 Volvo C30 1.6 SE. This is a facelifted car. The facelift occurred in 2010, actually. I think a couple of months before this car was registered. And it looks nice, actually, this. The wheels are, well, they're not in the best condition. It just happens with these diamond cut wheels, doesn't it? All the paint peels off eventually. But obviously you can get them refurbished if you need. The facelifted cars do look a bit different from the pre-facelift ones. We had a pre-facelift car on the channel back in 2023, which was a 2008. This is a 2010. That had the 1.8 Mazda engine. This has the 1.6 Ford C-Tech SE Sigma or Duratec engine in it. And yeah, I think it's a very stylish car. Based on the same platform as the S40 Mark II, the C70 Mark II and the V50, which is an adapted Ford Focus Mark II platform. It actually does feel pretty good. So the facelift ones like this have a different rear end, and the front end is very different actually. I think both look nice, so I prefer the facelift ones personally. If we look in the boot, we've got this very strange arrangement with these cars. The boot's over 400 litres in size, but it doesn't really feel like it, which is odd. Let's open up this hatch. It's a bit like the old Volvo 480s and then the 1800ES of the early 70s. You can see, although it says over 400 litres, you can take these this thing completely out. But you have this little hatch thing that you load things through, and it's not actually massive at all. You want to take that out for a lot of stuff, which is a shame. You can get a soft load cover for them as well, but most people tend to prefer these, I think. So we'll have a look underneath here, see if we've got a spare. Oh, we have a spare. Fantastic. I like seeing spare tyres, viewers. Is that... There we go. So that's what it looks like with that down. The glass hatch is just fabulous. It's absolutely brilliant. The rear wiper comes through here as well, like that. Thank you to Lee once again at LSB Car Sales near Factory in Berkshire. Let me have a go on this today. Something like this is not going to be worth under £1,000. I have seen C30s up for sale that sort of money, so obviously we're okay in that regard. Lee had one of these for sale in 2023 that had done about 300,000 miles, and that was like 995 or something. This is a bit more than that. We're talking about, I think, £3,000 for a car like this. So yes, you know, SE trim is the sort of most popular one, I think. Lots of different variants of it, and then the R designs and their variants, the sports and their variants are the most popular ones of these. We will take a look inside. We'll start with the front actually. We normally go in the back first, but we'll start in the front today. Got powerful mirrors on this particular example. I think there's a few options on this car. We've got the sunroof as well, so I think someone's ticked some option boxes, and you've even got sat nav in here as well. So very, very similar interior to my S40, which is just there. Interior door handles, mirror switches, magic window switches, everything like that's the same. The one thing this car does have over mine is that the door pockets are considerably bigger. They are much bigger, which is weird. One thing I noticed on this car is both passenger and driver seats have worn in exactly the same place. It must be a common fault on these, or someone's wearing some interesting trousers. So, yeah, typical sort of Volvo bits. of the time. These indicator wipers ought to be very familiar to many of you who've driven a, say, I think they're called a P3 V70. Steering wheel, same for lots of them. Unfortunately, this steering wheel has worn worse than the 2008 C30 I drove in 2023. Weirdly, it's got this very strange thing on here, which you can hardly see. It's sort of here. Come on the camera. I can't really see this, but there it is. This is something to do with the sat-nav control, I think. You can also use the sat-nav control here, or someone's actually retained this over the last 15 years. I've actually still got this, which is brilliant. It's a bit of a weird old thing. If I put the key in, you can see it's actually a different key from some of the earlier C30s and things. Put this in. If we turn the car on, the sat-nav doesn't actually pop up on its own. You sort of press this button here, say power on or enter. There's the red thing. It doesn't necessarily do anything, but it just sort of goes up like that. There we go. Yeah. And we turn the car off. It should go back down. But sometimes it takes a while. Pull it out. It's got a mind of its own, hasn't it? It's got an absolute mind of its own. Oh, there we go. I don't understand that at all, viewers. So because this is a later car, we've got the different centre console, which is a 12-volt socket thing in a different location. This has just got a 5-speed manual. I don't know if this is the same 5-speed manual as in the Focus at the time. You've got the famous floating centre console. Just turn the ignition back on so you can sort of see what it looks like. Automatic. Yeah, that's going up and down. Sorry, I don't need to press anything. The heated electric controls are actually really sort of simple in this. They're very simple to understand and use. For some reason the nav button's not on here. I thought it was on these cars, but it's not. It's all on the little handset, or on this weird nub thing here, which you can't see at all when you're driving. So that's clearly not something that was designed from the outset. It's something that's been put on later. Let's check the secret mission documents, viewers. Let's see if we can get them in. I think we probably can, because it's exactly the same size as in the S40. Yeah, it's a bit of a squeeze, but we're in there. Call that a success. I don't think we'll fit in the door pocket though, unfortunately. The manual's in there as well, which is weird. I thought it would fit in the glove box. But yeah, nice soft touch dash in here. Nice sunroof, although I'm not going to touch that because I'm very strange about sunroofs in old cars. Because it's not just really an old car, it's 14 and a half years old or something, but I'm just a bit funny about that sort of stuff. Yeah, nice comfortable seats. Let's have a look in the centre console, see if we can find anything in there. There's an aux in right at the bottom. I prefer a USB port, to be honest, viewers, but we'll take what we can get. Got manual seats in this, opposed to electric seats that's in my car. Yeah, not much more to say. Apart from the fact we're going to have to get in the back, which means we're going to have to struggle like we always do, thanks to Mr. Manning from the Matty's Cars channel, who requires me to test the back seats of any 2 or 3 door car that I review. Hold on a moment, viewers. Okay, here we go, viewers. Right. It's simple, isn't it? Okay. Oh, it's easy. Oh, there's no problem, Mr. Manning, and not getting me this time. Okay. Right, there we go. I mean, that seat's not the position it was. It's really annoying, actually. This is like, then this, I can't move it now. Rubbish. Oh well. So yeah, we've got these weird sort of storage areas in the side here. We've actually also got a centre armrest, which is nice. It's only a 4-seater, this car, which is fair enough. One thing that's a little bit of an issue with these, it's kind of the same as my S40 in a way. The wheelbase is the same as a standard Ford Focus, rather than the S40 a little bit longer. But the rear legroom's not particularly good. It's not very good, really, at all. You can see it's my driving position. I'm not particularly sort of on the tall side at all, and yeah, there we go. Toilet socket in here. Yeah, it's comfortable enough, I suppose. The headroom's all right. It's just I'm a bit concerned that my passenger's going to crush my legs. Just not the best, really. But there we go. Yeah, it's nice in here. And it does feel very safe. You've got these curtain airbags and things in here. Right, let's have a look at the engine, shall we? Yes, it's got a Volvo cover on the top, viewers, but it's our old friend, the Ford Z-Tech SE engine, introduced with the Mark IV Fiesta in 1995 and co-developed with Yamaha. This is one of the later versions. It develops 99 horsepower. They're actually very, very good units, these. They can have problems with the thermostat housings, and you need to keep an eye on the cam belt on these, and sometimes the core plugs can have issues, but that's only really going to change the coolant, and if you service the car like most Volvo owners tend to do, then it'll be okay. So yeah, very easy to work on. Typical Ford coolant reservoir there on the left. You can get all sorts of different engines over these. You get the Mazda L engine, 1.8 2-litre capacities, and then the ones that I prefer, which are the Volvo white block engines in 2.4 and 2.5 turbo versions. But yeah, if you want low running costs and just sort of peace of mind, this is probably one of the better options. It's fast enough, at 0 to 60, I think 11.5 seconds in one of these cars. Yeah, it looks nice. Got a gas strut in there, which is good. Okay, that's enough about that. Let's go and take it out for a drive, shall we? So here we go again, viewers, in a C30. I keep looking at the dash and thinking, oh, this is just another S40, but it's not. I mean, I've driven 3 of them, got one, and then Lee supplied me the parts of 2 more. One had this engine, 1.6, and the other one had the 2.5 T5 engine, which you could get in one of these as well, but you get both those engines in here. But yeah, this feels far more like a Ford Focus because it is a Ford Focus engine and a platform, which is absolutely fine. You know, most people this won't be a problem, but because I've tasted much faster versions of this car, it just feels a little bit on the pedestrian side with 0 to 60 time, I think, of 11.5 seconds. Drive though is very, very good. Steering actually seems better than an S40. The reason for that is the S40 is one of the reasons the American market, they sort of remove some of the feel from the steering, because a Focus Mark II does tend to handle quite well. It's still a little bit too light for my taste in here, but it's a little bit more feelsome in this C30. So the next engine up would be 1.8 Mazda L engine, they're called, with 123 horsepower. That one was in the C30 that I drove back in 2023 on the same road, actually. Then there was a 2-litre version of that engine with 143 horsepower. Then a 2.4 5-cylinder white block, the same as in my S40, with 167 horsepower. And then we get the 2 T5 versions, 2.5 5-cylinders, one with 217 horsepower, the other one with 227. I think that came in about 2007, the 227. Right at the top was the frankly insane Polestar engineered C30 with the same 2.5 T5 engine but with 250 horsepower. There are also some diesels available, but as usual, due to controversial government legislation and all kinds of reasons, we don't talk about diesels on this channel. We do talk about is the fact that this car just seems a little bit slow. You have to work this engine in order to make some reasonable progress, which from sort of sporty looks of it, you think it would be a little bit faster, but it isn't, which is fine, but I would like some more power. I think the 1.8 2-litre model is probably the sweet spot, really. Because I need to work this car quite hard. Oh, thank you, seatbelt sensor. That's because I've got a bag on the passenger seat of the car. It's nothing unusual, viewers. I don't know why it went off on that particular bit there. Oh, be quiet. The wonders of filming with weight sensors on seats. Anyway, if you can forgive that noise. Yeah, it's fine. You know, it's a nice car to sort of put through the corners. You just got to get there, which might take you quite a while. Be quiet. Let's now look at the trim levels for the C30s. So we have the S, the ES, which harkens back to the 1800 ES and also the 480 ES, the SE, the SE Lux, the SE Sport, the R Design, the R Design Lux, the R Design SE, the R Design SE Sport, and the R Design Sport. Most of these trim levels have SE and R Design in them in some kind of weird permutation, don't they, viewers? So should you consider a Volvo C30 with your hard-earned budget up to £1,000? Probably not. I think you'd probably spend maybe £2,000 to £3,000 on one, and that would get you a better car. This 1.6 version is not particularly fast, but it is, you know, economical enough. I think actually this might be a better bet for a lot of people than the 2.4 5-cylinder white block in some of them, although that's a lot more fun. And they drive well. You have to watch the rust on these, like the Mark II Focuses. The other cars on this platform, the Volvo, don't seem to suffer from it as much. They've got a longer version of it, and they don't seem to rust. These do for some reason, although this one's absolutely fine. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again soon for some more inexpensive motoring.